Hi, this is Yanni, and welcome to my channel. Are you happy? No, seriously, I'm asking, are you truly happy? Are you happy being with someone who constantly dims your light? Someone who makes you question your worth? Someone who manipulates you and your insecurities and who deep down you know isn't good for you? If you feel stuck, I want you to know that you're not alone. You're not alone at all, and don't ever think that you are. Today, I want to share my story. This is a story I haven't talked about much, but one I feel needs to be heard. And it's about recognizing abuse and the impact of it, and ultimately finding strength to leave. But before we get into that, let me ask you one more time. Are you happy? For 5 years, from high school through my early 20s, I was in a relationship with a narcissistic guy. But he wasn't narcissistic at the time. He was someone who I thought was perfect. I thought he was perfect for me. He seemed to be everything that I wanted: charming, charismatic, and attentive. But as time went on, his true nature started to show, and he became manipulative and he started cheating on me. The worst part, I would say, is that he made it seem like it was my fault that I was getting cheated on. He fed on my insecurities and he made me feel like I wasn't good enough for anyone. Not even him at times. Like, sorry. You see, I always struggled with self-esteem most of my life. Well, mostly after I hit adolescence, pubescence. I was petite. I was always in a size 0 or double zero. And he constantly commented on my body, telling me that I wasn't aesthetically pleasing to him. And he'd ask me this question constantly. He'd ask me,
If I pay for you to get a BBO, would you get one? Because you need it.
and his words, I can't even say that they were subtle. They were horrible, and they tore me apart. They ripped me so deep, and I started to believe that no one else would want me and that I never do better than him. And the thing is, because of my past, I believed him. I believed him. Why? Why did I believe him? Because I was such a sad, insecure girl. The relationship I had with him mirrored the experience I had growing up. Growing up, I was physically, emotionally, and mentally abused. I know we all have this story, and it all stems from a narcissistic parent. I feel like I was conditioned to believe that I wasn't worthy of love unless I earned it, and that I had to prove my worth. So when this man came along, he wasn't even a man, he was a boy. When this boy came along and started treating me the same way, manipulating my vulnerabilities, my insecurities, I was too blinded by said insecurities to see that it was abuse. It was abuse, and I took it. So let's talk about recognizing abuse. I didn't realize how deeply I was stuck in a cycle until much later. Looking back, I can see the red flags now, but younger me couldn't see them. So, recognizing the signs of abuse isn't always easy, especially when you're in the middle of it. You're not going to recognize these signs, but here are a few key things that you should look out for. Because if your partner shows one or more of these signs, they may be abusing you. One is gaslighting. When your partner makes you doubt your own reality, they twist facts and make you feel like you're the one who's crazy or wrong, or even try to twist reality when you know that you're right. My ex would cheat on me and somehow convince me that it was my fault, that I wasn't good enough to keep him interested. Two is emotional manipulation. My partner used my insecurities against me, belittling me and making me feel like I wasn't enough. And in my case, he used my appearance my body and my past as a weapon to control me, which he did constantly. Three is physical abuse. If your partner ever lays a hand on you, that is a clear sign of abuse. No one has the right to harm you physically ever, but no one has the right to put their hands on you physically no matter what. Four is constant criticism. If your partner is always criticizing you, your appearance, your behavior, your choices in life, your lifestyle, your demeanor, it's their way of eroding your self esteem and making you feel like you need them when you don't. You don't need them. Five is fear of leaving. If you ever feel like you can't leave this person because you'll be alone or because they've convinced you that no one else will want you, that's a major red flag. That is a major red flag, and you need to get out of there quickly. Next, I would like to talk about my experience with physical abuse. So let's get into that. It wasn't just emotional manipulation, the abuse became physical too. I remember one time when we were talking about colorism, and I made a comment about his mother's skin tone being brown, darker than me or him, that she's on the browner side of black people. And he got angry and proceeded to punch me in my mouth. I couldn't I couldn't believe I couldn't believe it. Someone I freaking love and trusted hit me, punched me in my mouth. Another time we were having an argument, and when I tried to leave his house, he yanked me back down the stairs and bruised my body, my entire body, I would say. And I hit my chin going down and I chipped my tooth. So the physical abuse, it just escalated over time, and I started to feel like I was completely out of control. But I didn't just sit there and take it, because as it continued, I got fed up. And whenever he would put his hands on me, I would fight back. He hit me, I hit him back. Whenever he put his hands on me, I put my hands on him. I became someone that I didn't recognize. I was angry and defensive and violent. And that's someone I did not want to be. It wasn't who I wanted to be as a person. But I felt like I had no choice. No choice. So fighting back didn't make things better. It made me feel worse about who I was becoming. I did not know who I was when I looked at myself in the mirror. I was losing myself in the chaos he created. And I don't want others to go through that either. Towards the end, towards the end of our relationship, I ended up cheating on him, not out of fear or revenge, but because I was desperate. I was so desperate for something different, something that made me feel alive, I guess. I can't figure out the right word to use, but just out of my element. But the person I cheated with only reinforced the same negative beliefs. So it made me feel bad about my body and myself just as bad as my partner did. Ugh. It it was definitely a vicious cycle. And I just couldn't escape it for some reason. So, here are some tips on how to leave an abusive relationship. Leaving wasn't easy, but it was necessary. If you're in an abusive relationship, whether it's emotional, physical, mental, or all three, you can leave. Trust me, you can leave. And here are a few ways that you can start. One is to plan ahead. Think about where you can go, who you can rely on for support. If you have a bag packed with your essentials, like your documents, well, your personal documents, some money, clothing, get all that packed away and hid so that that person does not find it. Two is reach out for help. Don't try to do this alone. Talk to someone you trust, a family member, a friend, a counselor, even. But reach out for help. There are always, and I mean, there are so many organizations out there that specialize in helping people leave abusive relationships. So find one and get out of there. Three is secure your finances. If you can start stacking your money, if you have a way to make money, save your money, stack it, and make enough for you to leave so you can be financially independent. Because financial independence is crucial when you're breaking free from a toxic situation. It's crucial. Four is block and disconnect. Once you block them on all platforms, they will most likely try to manipulate you into coming back. So it's crucial. It's crucial that you cut them off at the source. Block them on everything: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, any social media, even the phone. Five is seek professional support. Therapy can be incredibly helpful in healing from trauma of abuse. I didn't go to therapy personally, but I wish I would have. And a professional can really help you process what you've been through and help you find healthy coping mechanisms to help you get over this hump in life. If you're watching this and you're in an abusive relationship, I want you to know that you deserve so much better. You do. You deserve so much better. You deserve someone who loves you, respects you, someone who lifts you up, not someone who tears you down constantly. Don't let your fear and self doubt keep you trapped in that toxic situation. Please. I did for 5 years, and once I left, it was the best thing I could have possibly done. It took me a long time to heal from my past. It took me a long time to heal from the abuse I endured as a child and in my relationship. Heck, I'm still healing from what happened. And yeah, it left scars, but eventually I found strength to leave. And leaving can help you so much. It's never too late to reclaim your life, to choose yourself, and to walk away from anyone who does not see your worth. And I mean anyone, a friend, any relationship, friendship, family, anything. But remember, you have a bright future ahead of you. You have to take that first step. You have to take that first step. And I believe in you. Trust me. You got this. So thank you for listening to my story. If this resonates with you, please like and share and subscribe if you want. If you or someone you know is in an abusive relationship, please seek help. You need it. You're not alone, and there are people out here who care about you, want to support you. So stay strong, stay safe, and most importantly, know that you're worthy. You're worthy of love, you're worthy of compassion, you're worthy of happiness. So, yeah. I hope you have a great day. And let me know what you want to hear more about below.